Hi, this is my first video for YouTube that actually features myself about something that's really important to me, which is being vegan. And I wanted to share my story, why I'm vegan and where it began for me, what first started waking me up. When I was about 20 or 21, I read in a magazine how piggies were treated on farms, and from that moment I stopped eating piggies because I didn't want to support such cruelty, and I absolutely loved animals. You know, I was raised to love and respect animals, but yet we were a meat-eating family in New Zealand, so it was a real hypocrisy for me. And it wasn't until I was 20, 21 that I really woke up to what loving animals means. And so shortly after I stopped eating piggies, I stopped eating the rest of the animals, because for me, the more spiritual I became and the more aware I became, it just didn't make any sense to support a cruel industry. And back in those days there wasn't many options like there are now. Like, there weren't many great burgers or sausages, etc., that were plant-based. So I was like, well, tofu, what the hell do I do with tofu? But I navigated my way through. I was veggie for many years, and about 7 or 8 years ago I became vegan, because we were only eating free-range eggs, which made us sick anyway, and stinky cheese. So that was it. And it wasn't until after we became vegan that I joined a lot of different Facebook groups, and I learned about the dairy and egg industry, which were just as cruel, and they are the meat industry. But I really wasn't aware of this, or it wasn't really brought to my attention until after I became vegan. And since I've been vegan, I have a lot more energy. My skin is really good, and I feel good about myself and what I'm doing to help heal this planet, and to bring awareness to what happens to farmed animals for food, etc., and clothing. And I guess this is why I'm an activist as well. We have to stand up for animals and for humans and for our earth, because this is the only earth we have, and every life is important, and every animal values their life just as much as you and I. And I don't see why humans have the right to dominate and dictate control over another being just because they can. The more noble and the more honorable thing to do is to stop eating animals and stand up for their rights. People say that they're voiceless. They're not voiceless. They have a voice. It's just that humans don't understand their voice. It doesn't make them any more less intelligent. If not, they're actually more intelligent than most humans, including the bug life. I sit in the creek and I watch, the fish and the yabbies and all the different bugs and birds, etc. And I watch how they interrelate with each other and in nature, and how they live according to nature. And it's humans that have really lost their connection to who they are and what they're here for. And it's really important to get back into that connection of who we are and what our life purpose is. And for me, my life purpose is helping others to heal. That's why I became a healer and a naturopath and massage therapist. And why I became an activist was so I could spread awareness and help other people to wake up. And this is a very important passion for me, and and I'll do it until the day I'm no longer here. Thank you for listening.